So, hi all. So, last few lectures we saw about groups, what is a group, and example of groups. Today we are going to start new topic called subgroups. So, what first we know what is a subgroups. Okay. So, let's say G is a algebraic structure with a given binary operator plus. So, it is a group. So, it is a group. So, it forms a group with this given binary operator. So G is algebraic structure with a given binary operator plus it forms a group. So let's say there is H. Let's say there is a H. So all the subset of G, all the subset of G, all the subset of G, all the subset of G which forms a group with the same binary operator with which G forms a group, then H will be also group and H will be called H is a subgroup of G. So if we write this one, it means H is a subgroup of G. So given algebraic structure G and binary operator, if G forms a group, then all the subset of G which forms the group with the same binary operator with which G forms a group, those are called the subgroup of G. So there are so this is called and one more thing, for forming a group we know that it should follow the four properties: closure law, associative law, existence of identity element, and existence of inverse element. Next we saw what is a proper subgroup. So there is another thing called, so let's say trivial subgroup. So we call trivial trivial subgroup. So trivial subgroup will contain only identity element. Trivial subgroup will have only identity elements. So this is called the trivial subgroup. So trivial subgroup will contain only one element and just is called the identity element. Another will come as the proper subgroup. Next is called proper subgroup. So if G is a group, so if G is a group with given binary operator multiplication and all the proper subset of G, okay, all the proper subset of G, if H for all the proper subset of G which also forms a group with the same binary operator with which G forms a group, that is called the proper subgroup of G. So we'll write a proper subgroup like this one. So this is called the proper subgroup. And see, this is called a proper subgroup. And if H is a subgroup of G, so sometimes G is called the over subgroup. G is called over subgroup. So these are this one. Now there are few properties are there that I will tell you. So those properties are: if A is a subgroup of G and B is a subgroup of G, okay, then A intersection B will be also a subgroup of G. But A union B may or may not. So may or may not. So this is if A is a subgroup and B is also subgroup of G, then A intersection B for a subgroup. So it is clear. So what is a subgroup? So subgroup is like all the subset of G, which forms the group with respect to the same binary operator with G forms a group, that is called the subgroup of G. So let's say we get we'll see the few examples. So first example I will tell you, we all know that Z plus integer plus forms a group. We all know that this forms a group. So all the subset of G. So let's say all the subset, all the let H is the all the even integers, all the even integers. So all the even integers will belong to G. So it is a subset of G, and it will also form a group with the. It will also form a group with respect to this binary operator addition. So this H will be called a subgroup of G, and this is a proper subgroup. Another example we'll see with respect to congruence modulo. So next example is, we all know Z8 forms a group with congruence modulo 8. We all know this forms in the last few videos we saw like Z8 forms a additive group with respect to congruence modulo 8. So as we know the element of Z8 will be what? The element of Z8 will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. This will be the element of Z8. So all the subgroups. So I will tell you there are two subgroups. There are two subgroups. Let's say 0 and 4. 0 and 4. It forms a subgroup. It forms a group. And there is another subgroup of the even numbers. So it is 2, 4 and 6 forms a group. So we'll see. We'll take this one and see. This is a subset. So H we took 0, 2, 4 and 6. It is a subgroup. It is a subset. It is a subset. So we'll see it forms a group with respect to congruence modulo 8. Okay. So this form a group we know that. So we'll just check this guy and see that this forms a group or not. Okay. So we'll use our this Cayley table to get this to see that it forms a group or not. So for getting the Cayley table, we'll like 0, 2, 4 and 6. 0. Oh, let me clean it. It's too big. So it will be 0, 2, 4 and 6. Let's say 0, 2, 4 and 6. So we'll create a table as we did earlier. So the table will be like this one. Okay, and let's say we are keeping this additive congruence modulo 8. So the table will look like 0 plus 0, 0, 0 mod 8 will be 0, 0 plus 2 will be 2, 2 mod 8 will be 2, 0 plus 4, 4, 4 mod 8 will be 4 itself, 0 plus 6 will be 6, 6 mod 8 will be 6 itself, 0 plus 2 will be 2, 2 mod 8 will be 2, 0 plus 2 will be 4, 4 mod 8 will be 4, 2 plus 4 will be 6, 6 mod 8 will be 6, 2 plus 6 will be 8 and 8 mod 6 will be 0, 4 plus 0 will be 0, 4 plus 0 will be 4, 4 mod 8 will be 4, 4 plus 2 will be 6, 6 mod 8 will be 6, 4 plus 4 will be 8, 8 mod 8 will be 0, and 4 plus 6 will be 10 and 10 mod 8 will be 2. 6 plus 0 will be 0, 0 mod 8 will be, 6 plus 0 will be 6, 6 mod 8 will be 6, 6 plus 2 will be 8, 8 mod 0 will be 0, 6 plus 4 10, 10 mod 8 will be 2, and 6 plus 6 12, 12 mod 8 will be 4. So as you see all the elements in the table 0, 2, 4, 6. So we'll create this kind of table. So you will see all the elements 0 to all the element in the table belongs to the Z8, and what we took the subset H, what like this one, even number 0, 2, 4 and 6. So all this, now we'll see about with respect to this one. So all this table belongs to this guy. So it forms this, it satisfies the closure law, and as we know that addition is associative, so it satisfies the associative law also. And if you see, this 0 is the identity element, because when we add this 0 and apply this modulus operator 8, we get this element itself. So this is the identity element. We got this identity element, and now see there is inverse for each element or not. So for 0, this 0 itself is the inverse. For 2, if you see, 6 is the inverse. For 2, so for 2 inverse will be the 6. If we go 4, 4 inverse will be 4. And for 6, 6 inverse will be 2. So as you know the property, we get the element and we get the inverse element, and we apply this modulo operator with what element, we get the identity element. So identity element 0, so we are getting this one. So this is the inverse element, this is the inverse element, and this is the inverse element with respect to these, like. So we see this H forms a group, and H is a subset of GH. So H is a subset of GH. So so H is a subgroup of G. So we can write it as is a subgroup of G, and this is a proper subgroup. Okay, so I hope this is clear for you. The group. In this lecture, we discussed about what is a subgroup, what is a proper subgroup, what is a trivial subgroup, and we saw few examples. I hope this is clear with you. In the next video lecture, we'll see about the cyclic group. Guys, if you have any query or any suggestion, please put in the comment box. Thank you.